You can bring housing discrimination claims almost the same way we do for employment discrimination claims. Special thank you to Robin for sending me this adorable Dolly Parton inspired Pour Me a Cup of Ambition shirt. I love Dolly Parton. I always love channeling my inner Dolly Parton when I'm dealing with people. If you want to think I'm dumb, I will use that to my advantage against you. This is going to be a good day because I also got my favorite coffee, No More Caribou. If you're being discriminated against in your housing situation, you can file with the Housing and Urban Development as well as your state's Commission on Human Rights and the EEOC. When we bring housing discrimination claims like this, we bring them under public accommodation failures for discrimination with public accommodation. One of my favorite cases I've ever worked on was suing an apartment complex and their management company for race discrimination against my client. A lot of people don't know that you can sue for that, but you can. In that case, my client was basically discriminated against for loitering while black in the lobby. They called the cops on them. They were a resident. They paid for use of the facility. They literally just called the cops on them because they were black. They admitted to it in the police report and in correspondence to each other. We had the ideal situation in that case because we had two defendants pointing the finger at each other. They weren't denying that it happened. They were saying it was each other's fault, which is great for a plaintiff lawyer like me. The funniest thing is that they didn't believe we would actually file a case on it for public accommodation race discrimination. And they had emails back and forth to each other that were like, they're not gonna do it. That's not even a real case. Joke's on them, we did. Public accommodation discrimination is a real thing for places like stores, businesses, or anywhere that holds themselves open for business to the public. I've also successfully brought claims against apartment complexes for discriminating against people after they've requested things like a handicap parking spot for their disability. So if you've been discriminated against like that, you may have more rights available than you think you do. Let me know what other questions you have about discrimination. This is so good. I'm so glad we have this back.